Hello my friends and welcome back to SnowRunner with me, Mark from DadX, and we're in the White Western Star trying to get out of the service hub with the drilling equipment. Now, once I get round to my little rendezvous up here by the garage, we shall go through the plan. We have to get this to the drilling site, we have to get the container of drilling equipment that the Fleet Star has on it to the drilling site. And we have to get, I think it's 2 loads of metal beams to the drilling site. So, first of all, I'm just going to drop this trailer off here just for a second, because I'm not sure. I want to know if the Pacific can hitch it or not. So let's just move him out of the way. Change truck to the wrong truck, the Lodestar. The Lodestar and the Pacific are basically going to be like the route recon, I think, for this. I just want to see if this guy will hitch. I don't know if he will or not. It's the only hitch he can fit, and I don't think it's the one that is compatible at all with that, because it's the high saddle. Right, okay. So, the plan is the Pacific and the Lodestar are going to head over to the drilling site. So I have got a couple of vehicles on the other side of the loads when we get winched to the right vehicle. It really doesn't want to winch. There you go. Right, let's look at the map. So we are up here. We're familiar with the garage area. We've got to get down to the drilling site. Now, last time when we needed to get down this way, we cut down this coastal track, which is very narrow through here. The Zisk, the blue truck, could get through here. But these loads, I really don't think they're going to. I might send the Lodestar around that way just to confirm. But I think we're going to have to cut through the farm and stay on this quite big track, even though it's the long way round. Just as we had to the first time on the very first map, when we had to take the big loads round. It was on the big routes, the long way round. Now, the Zisk is up here. What have we got to do for this mission? Is it 2 metal beams or 1? Metal beams times 2. So the Zisk can't get 2 there at once because it can't fit a trailer. Right. I'm going to head down with these guys, and I shall meet you when we have something to report, I guess. But as I say, this is really just route recon to see the best way to get those big loads through. I don't want to risk getting stuck. We know if we need to, we can get the big container back on the flatbed, because we've already knocked it off once. But the drilling equipment, I think, is something we can't really mess about with once we're on the way. Right, so we'll cut through the farm with both these vehicles. That seems to make sense. Quite nice being back on a map we know. Certainly seems a little less daunting than it did when we first got here. That's for sure. We are absolutely flying around. Look at that. Team colours. Can't change the wheel colour on the Pacific, unfortunately, but we'll live. Now I'm assuming we're going to be able to plough straight through here. This is where it all starts going wrong, probably. We still haven't, there's no all-wheel drive available on the Pacific. It's just down to the grunt. It has no load on the back. So I guess with a load it would have more weight on the back axles to even increase the traction more. Or should I say increase the traction even more, to use English. But we're certainly steaming through here. Right. Yeah, so I think, to remind my memory, the Lodestar's going to go to the left here and round that coastal route. And the Pacific, we're just going to go on and head round to the drilling site, just taking note of anything horrible. So, it's the load you really want to see go through. So, we shall follow that through, but I may see you if something interesting happens. If not, we'll think about how to actually get the loads moving, because of course the Fleet Star and its load we've still got to get right across the map. I don't think it's going to be too daunting, but some of the corners might be a bit much. That rock must not stay here. Again, where's my dozer blade? Can I shove this one out the way like we had before? Let's have a go. Shove it off the track. Drag it along. No. Shove the rock. Little side game that I just invented. Come on, out the way. Get it right out the way. There's me nearly tipping the Pacific over. How can it be so hard to get hung up on a rock when you want to? Come on, drag it this way. You don't want to, do you? Getting you stuck right in the bank. Well, it's over to the right at the side of the track. I reckon we can give it one more nudge. Just to get it right over here. Come on. Come on. That'll do. Okay. As you can see, we're in the White Western Star. I've left the Pacific at the top of the first kind of big hill on the route. That might be a good place to leave it. The Lodestar did go and look on that kind of coastal way and very quickly found out absolutely not. There are gaps between the rocks through there that no kind of load is getting through. So this is the way. So I chose this trailer because it seemed to have the most ground clearance. I hope that is borne out in its performance. It hasn't got those barriers on the sides to stop cars disappearing under them from the side. But let's see. Let's see how we get on. We're going to have to find quite a flat route through here, which isn't the route we've traditionally taken. So it seems to be working so far. Crikey, I remember how scary it was getting through here the first time that we tried it. It was those tyre upgrades that made all the difference. God, that was a lot of episodes ago now. I can't believe we're into like almost the mid-40s on the episode count, and I'm still got lots of game to play. Let's put it that way. Right through the farmyard, and again, this mud was quite a tangle first time we came through, but we're trundling very nicely. I can't imagine at this stage we're going to overheat. Can we go any quicker in the regular? I don't know. I was going to say we just stay in that. Stay in there. Keep the diffs locked. We're not going to be getting quick anywhere around here. Don't know how I managed to get the winch attached to something. But that's just my usual clumsiness, isn't it? I should think. Crashed into a dumpster. I've got skills. Right. Focus. Hopefully that's all the clattering about out the way. Now we do have to keep a bit of an eye on how long we are. But we did that quite successfully getting across the last map. I can already feel that in terms of the performance of this truck, the steering, there's the rock that we moved with the Pacific. The steering is much better. I'm sure there may be moments when that isn't quite the case, but we got just inherently more weight on the front axles on this truck. As long as we can keep moving, I don't actually get stuck anywhere, I think we'll be okay. And the other thing about taking this truck through first is, should the Fleet Star find this a bit much, this guy can come and just take over the load. They're on the same saddle. Yeah, I don't think those rocks would be too much of a problem. Just keep pulling. Alright, a couple more corners. This might be a bit. This is where I think the Fleet Star is going to wheelie over the top of this crest. Might need that telegraph pole when we come through to get it steering. Right, we need to go right down here. We're getting hot on the diffs, hot on the diffs, hot on the diffs. Slow down. We're just going to regular gears for now. Minimize the damage. We have no kind of tipping fear here actually. It's very low load in terms of its centre of gravity. Unlike that bloody trailer we've got to get through with the Fleet Star. which is a monstrosity and is no way fit to be driven anywhere. Definitely need some bits taken off of that for transit. I'm thinking particularly of that gantry down the side and the lampposts on top. Right, do we need some more lock diffs? Will they help? This is the hill the Pacific's waiting at the top of. So this was where I thought we might first perhaps need some assistance if we do. Obviously I'm going to move the Pacific further on ahead. If we can get up here. See, this is getting up here so much easier than that trailer's going to, because that trailer's going to really feel that camber, whereas this just is not at all. I wonder if putting the trailer, sorry, the container on this low loader might be a better bet than the trailer it's on. I don't know if we can move this load actually. Right, sorry, here's the Pacific, so it makes sense. Oh, come on, we'll keep going. Oh, this is where it all goes wrong, isn't it? We're now ahead of the support vehicle. What can possibly go wrong? Come on, keep on trucking. We're doing very nicely. I don't recall there being any real issues around this route, but it's one of those situations where the shortest route is not going to be the quickest necessarily, and we're making good speed through here really for what we're dragging along through this mud, and it is quite muddy through here. Diff locks, they should have cooled down since their last cooking. Oh yes. So we might actually see some snow quite soon, eh? We've got the Russia map or the Alaska map, and one day we may even need to venture into the realms of DLC. I'm not resistant to paying for it, but I'm not paying for it while I haven't got content I haven't even seen yet. If you see what I mean, does that make sense, or does that make me really dull? I don't know. Right, what have we got here? Oh, there's a bit of a drop here. Are we gonna be okay? Yeah, we've got that through that mud. No, we're a bit hung up here somewhere, are we? We are. We haven't got the diff locks on. Let's get the diff locks on and have another go. No, we need to back up. I think if we can, we need to back up. There's something mad going on under here, under the trailer. Can we get moving? Let's get the diff locks on and reverse. Might be just as well the Pacific's behind us, because we need to go backwards and get round this corner better. Oh, can we make it? Come on. We're really churning up this mud. Right, that's what we need to do though. We need to get the lorry right over here. Try, without any help from the camera angles whatsoever, to get the trailer around here more. Head this way. I think we've made it. See, that's going to be horrible with that trailer. That bend's going to be tricky. So I guess, is this the route recon? Ooh, where are we going? We're hung up on C. That's big. That's alright, we can get around this one a little bit easier though. Come on, this way. We didn't clip it by much. Come on, get past it. We've done it. I think we're past that one. Yep. We might... I can see a lot of water ahead of us. Does that mean we're quite nearly there? See, I think this is going to be a much more interesting route with that other load, particularly with the Fleet Star pulling it, and that bend where we had to jiggle around this truck is going to be quite a challenge, potentially the biggest challenge, because of the way that the camber goes and the ground clearance drops, and we've got to get around that corner. So there you go, I can see our destination. But we've now got this truck, whatever happens, ahead of the Fleet Star. We've got the Tagar with the Fleet Star. I'm very much thinking that the best thing to do is going to keep on with that little convoy that we've got going. See, I've got, again, it's just a question here, hopefully, of leaving room to get round these corners. I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue with the other truck. We're just huge. Alright, around into the yard. Well, I was going to say it'd be better off just driving straight across here rather than around the mud, but we're kind of through the mud now anyway, aren't we? So let's not risk it. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight the mission. There you go. Just over there. That's not bad. It's taking us about 10 minutes to get this down here. Let's see how long it takes us in the Fleet Star to get across the map. I think it's going to be one of those we'll take a break and come back in the next episode jobs, but I think that is going to be next on our list of things to do once this is handed in. There you go. Am I not supposed to be dropping this off here? You want it? Oh, it's one of those where it wants me to do it in the right bloody order. Okay. So if I just leave this trailer here, I'm going to have to hand this in the right order. This is a bit silly, really, isn't it? I guess I know they've got. I guess they get built in a certain. You know, we are building something, and it's the drill that goes into the. The drill that goes into place last. How bad? I haven't broken anything. I'm just leaving this in a really easy place just for somebody to back it up into the because you only need to get the truck in there. So if I just leave it where anyone that can get hitched to it can in effect hand it in, I thought that might make life easier later. That's the plan. Honest, I have a plan. I'll lock my diffs if I have to, but I'm parking this up over here. Right, there you go. You can stay right there. Oh, you're going to sink in the mud there, aren't you? Let's just move you out the mud then. I'm just thinking of what it might be hard to get back under and get hitched onto it if it's sunk. Leave it up here on this slightly more solid piece of ground if I don't steer in completely wrong direction. That's me getting ever so confused about the fact that I had it in reverse on the low ratio gearbox, so forward on the trigger. There you go, that'll do. What can go wrong? Leave it right there. Okay. So, stage 1 isn't complete, but it's as complete as it can be right now. So this truck, for now, can just stay here. Well, here we are. I think there's no reason for us to not just do this like this, because I need the Tager to be ahead in case of any blockages, and to drive the Tager down and then come back and get the Fleet Star just seems a bit silly when this works so well. I think there's definitely going to be parts of this route that the Fleet Star is going to have to do by itself, but let's at least get across to the other side of the map. I know this route isn't much of a challenge. Some of the corners are quite tight, and depending on whether we've got any steering at that particular moment on the Fleet Star or not, it could make things a little bit interesting, but there's going to be points we have to separate these anyway to get across the bridge and get all lined up and stuff like that. But I don't think I'm really making this, you know what I mean, being too gamey about this. It's just common sense, really. But the Fleet Star again is just impressing me. It manages to do things. I know it's not necessarily the right tool for the job all the time anymore. Don't tip that trailer over. Don't tip that trailer over. See, I've got to take great care. That hasn't changed. There's a lot to go wrong. I'm very long. That is, there you go, look. So there's points where I've got to separate them anyway. So let's get off down here. We'll shoot on a little bit. Let the Fleet Star do some of the work, just to see how it gets on, eh? So we'll just stop here. Right, so what do we need to do here, Mr. Fleet Star? We need to back you up and swing around this corner rather further than we did when we were getting dragged around it by the Tiger. Can we steer? Just, just, and I think we're around the corner. Yeah. So we're having no trouble moving this load. It's not the weight that is the issue, it's the size, it's how wobbly it is, it's very top heavy. It's not the most unstable thing we've carried, I'm not sure. But no, see, we've got around here as quickly as the Tiger. We just need to take the corners a lot wider. So let's get back into convoy mode. And carry on the little procession. I guess we want to keep that winch quite short, don't we? The longer the winch, the longer the train. So if there's a chunk of this journey missing, it's because nothing interesting happened. It's a long journey, and you're all familiar with this road now. What I'm not going to be doing though is try any of those shortcuts, because that was one of them, wasn't it? Straight down there. I'm not doing that on this particular journey. We'll do it by the book, by the road. Are we stuck on something, or are we just a little bit bumpy? A little bit bumpy. Oh, right, okay. We need to pay attention here. For sure. I think we'll just get this guy across the bridge. And then get the load across the bridge. Get around this corner with the Tiger out of the way. Because I think we're going to have to let the Fleet Star figure this corner out for itself. It's very tight. Right, we'll wait here. Engine off. No trucks in range. Fleet Star. Right. Oh, this is huge. How do we get all this lined up? Very carefully is the answer, my friends. Right, come on, Fleet Star. Precision, precision, precision. It's where the back end of this trailer is. It's going to be the big concern. We're right on the edge of the front. Very careful. Very careful. Keep pulling. Go, Fleet Star. Just go. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Just keep pulling. The trailer is now hanging off the edge of the world here. Handbrake on. We've got... Oh. Okay. Don't want the winch connected to that. What's that connected to? Can we get around? Can we recover this at all? I think we nearly have. Pull, pull. Where's that Tiger? I'm going to change to morning. It'd be okay. We just need to see. Right. It's all going to be okay. I'm a little bit amazed the whole lot didn't just slide down the mountain, but what we're going to try to do here, I think if we can get the Fleet Star out of the way, I don't know, let's see what happens if we just try to drag the whole lot first. There just doesn't seem much weight on that load, so I might be able to get away with something here. I don't know, no, that was exactly what I didn't want to happen, but it hasn't disappeared down the mountain. Right, let's get the Fleet Star. We need to get the Fleet Star off of that trailer and get the Fleet Star out of the way and back on his feet, I think. Yeah, and then we can see if we can get away with getting this trailer out. So, switch back to the Tiger. Drag this guy out. It's not pretty. It'll polish out, I'm sure. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. It's not that far to get the load again, is it? Really? No, it's not going to happen. The one thing I can say is that having had things go wrong for me so many times during this playthrough, I'm getting quite good at getting them back on their feet. So let's, yeah, get in the right gear. That's a good start. Let's get this guy flipped over, which I think is going to be by far the easy bit here. And yeah, then we'll see what we can do with the trailer. Fingers and toes crossed, everybody. Not for this bit, for the next bit. There you go, stage 1. It's a good plan. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get away with this, but let's try. Let's get this guy up here. Stop your engine, get your parking brake on, change truck. Back up. I have no idea whether it's even going to be possible to get this trailer back up at all. Really don't know. But I know how we find out. Right, where can we manually attach this winch to? I want that one up there, that one. Go. Pull that winch. Come on, get it up, yeah, get it. It's up, it's doing it, it's doing it. It's doing it. It's done it. I've done it. I've only gone and bloody done it. Ta-da! That's how you do that, see? Told you it was no great concern. Right. That's why you always have a truck ahead. To help you. Right, you stay here, you little hero. How you doing, Mr. Fleet Star? You didn't get any damage off that little bit of a antic, did you? Right. There you go. Told you that trailer wasn't very heavy. I'm not sure what physics might think about what I just achieved, but I'm happy with it. Right. Get this baby moving. See, barely an inconvenience. We are getting good at this, you see. The more disasters you have, the better you get at recovering from them. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We're going to be a little bit more careful now. Although, I think I can confidently say that that bridge was the nasty bit of this journey. Let's just grab ourselves some fuel before we head off. Shorten that winch a little bit. The bridge is done. That was probably the nastiest bit of the journey, and it went as badly. Well, I'm not going to say it went as badly as it could have, because I actually thought that trailer was just going to slip down the side of the mountain, to be fair, but it didn't. Right, but though we've not got a lot of room behind us there. We all right? Oh, there's the barrier. We okay? Better have a little look ahead, eh? Oh, a big old tight corner here. Slow up, slow up, slow up, team. Slow up, team. Take it easy. Right. Okay, we're okay. I think we're going to be okay. If I head that way, yeah, we're around that corner. Next. Right, watch out for that telegraph pole. They're killer if you catch them. Right, we're doing it. We're doing it. I can't say I think the Fleet Star would be having any trouble doing this itself. In fact, as you can see, there are occasions when it would probably do a slightly better job, because I wouldn't be able to come back and adjust for that. I think we recovered from that one quite well. Right. Don't fall off the edge. Don't fall off the edge. No one fall off the edge. Nobody falling off the edge. Thank you. Nobody even near the edge. Brilliant. No one near the edge. Plenty of room to swing into this corner. Nice straight bit. Ooh, just check our alignment. That tree's not far away. Come on, let's get past that tree. Past that tree. Making our way down off this big hill. Right, are we doing this? I think hopefully we're getting a little bit better at this now. We've got that round. Yeah, beautiful. Look at that. I think we may have had a little bit of a lucky recovery there, eh? Take a dragging that trailer back up over that bank from the bridge. We're all looking good. We're all looking good. Gently, gently. This is a tight bend. This might be one where we want to separate the trucks, actually. Unless I just take it super wide in the Taiga, knowing the Fleet Star is going to be slightly tighter. Yeah, we're just about doing it. We're just doing it. We're doing it. Just past that rock. Beautiful. Nice clear bit through here. I'm pretty glad we don't have to take these trailers anywhere near a swamp, because that would be quite laborious, I think. But oh yeah, we're getting to be the kings of the convoy. Single player's best friend. Right, we've got a bit of a corner coming up here. So again, let's get the Taiga out here. Swing him right round. The Fleet Star's going to be narrower. And now we need to check on the trailer. Cool. No, we're looking good. We're looking good. Why aren't we moving? Why aren't we moving? weird. That little piece of wood suddenly got us stuck. Right, we're heading the right way. The trailer's around the corner. Beautiful. Go, go, go. We're looking good. We're looking good. Yes. Yes. My friends, I think we're getting there. Of course, there's only... The bridge is obviously about halfway, so let's see how we get on when we get down to the bridge. I think we may take a break there and complete this journey, hopefully on the next journey. I'm not even checking, is our technique working? Ooh. Ooh. Let me just make an adjustment here. The last thing I want is this trailer to have a wheel glitch over that bloody barrier or something, because that's going to be even harder to recover than the near disaster of the bridge, I think. Are we round there? Yes. Back to Tega. Winch. Go. Lovely. Handbrake off, of course. And then get around these rocks over near the barrier. Not into the barrier. Check the trailers. Everything's getting around here okay. Yep. Ooh. Oh, we've got the mucky corner here. Right. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I might... Let's detach. Get the Tega up round here. Seems sensible. Switch back to the fleet start and get around this corner. Right. Diff locks. I think we'll be okay if we can steer. We'll be alright. And we just got to get around these rocks really. Nice and gently. It's a hell of a swing around this bend though, look. For the length of this load. What's the drop off on that rock like? Manageable. Manageable. Right, I want to keep going straight for as long as possible here, but no, I can get around the corner when I need to. How are we looking? Tight. Tight. A little bit further this way. I think it's going to be time to switch truck and try to help our friend around this corner. Come on, come on, come on. Power of Grey Skull. There you go. Let's look where we're going now. Right, you keep going straight, Tega. I can keep an eye on the back. We've crunched over a couple of rocks, but luckily none of those big ones. And we're back on the road again. Cool. Nice big swing round here. Plenty of room now. There you go. No danger of us getting snagged on a barrier there. Back around this way. Wide, wide, wide. Now pull it in. Check the back. Cool. Okay, I think we're nearly down to the bridge, aren't we? And we're definitely going to be separating the trucks to get through the bridge. Yeah, there's the quarry down there. That was quite scary once, wasn't it? We even got out there in the GMC with a load. He's kind of really out of his depth now, I think. I can't imagine what the GMC would do for us now. We'll see. We shall see. but we are nearly down to the bridge. So here we are. There's the dam. We've got to get around that corner on the dam. That in itself could be a little bit of fun. Right. Right. Let's get all lined up beautifully for this bridge. Are we beautifully lined up, team? I sincerely hope we are. Okay. We are over the bridge into the northern side of the map. I think, guys, we're going to take a break here. Call it an episode. I'll be back very soon. Leave us a like if you've liked it. Any comments, feedback? Do you think we're going to make it? Place your bets now. But for now, take care of yourselves and each other. And goodbye.